Stay with Southwest here.
For Southwest going into this game was to stop Marissa Russell, make her facilitate, make her pass, whether that's through doubling or just kind of making sure she's in a position where she doesn't get what she wants offensively. And that's what they've done. She's only taken one shot. She's gone to the free throw line once, but other than that, they're forcing other players on the court to beat them, and they haven't so far.
I would challenge that with saying Marissa Russell is very, very patient with her game. She's very smooth with it, so it's still very early in this game. Expect her to catch a little heat as the game progresses.
Yeah, it's usually not if, but when
Yeah.
will she get it going. And, you know, when you average 25 points and are the leading scorer on the women's side in the OSBA, you're bound to eventually get the looks you want. And that's been a little interesting because they haven't really doubled her yet, and she still hasn't really kind of taken advantage of that by driving. But she's passing the ball now, but we expect her to eventually start taking this game over offensively.
Tough shot that time off the side of the backboard. And Riddick going to take it up. Here's Sierra Baugh. Great defense that time. The up and under, though, gets it to go. Beautiful shot that time by Sierra Baugh. Good ball movement by Southwest. Baseline block that time. Inbound here. Payne with the ball. Payne going baseline. Cut off. Nice pass inside. No good. That was a good shot, though. Butts plays it out to Russell. Russell going in strong. Oh, beautiful move that time by the reigning MVP. All tied up here, under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Stewart nearly loses the ball. Stewart gonna let it fly from deep again. No good, but they get their own offensive board. Riddick has the matchup now. Stewart, shot fake. Floater in the lane, not strong enough that time. Oh, no good that time, and Russell comes down with a strong board. Capitol Courts is out and running. Russell to Riddick. The hesitation, baseline inside. Great pass to Baugh. Beautifully done that time by Capitol Courts, Joe.
And that's just a little too easy, especially if you're not going to be doubling anyone on the court. You shouldn't be able to get that wide open inside the paint.
Bediako with the screen, the switch. Hilton uses the body, and they're going to call an offensive foul.
On the flip side, so seems like they're playing a little bit tighter to the whistle here. They're not letting a lot of contact go inside the paint.
Paquette to Russell, who's yet to sit. Crossover, that's her sweet spot right there, and she makes no mistake about it. Did a great job that time, coming off the screen and hitting the jump shot. Hilton, a little too strong that time. Here comes Sierra Baugh. Baugh met at the half-court line. Russell gonna let it fly for three. Gets it to go again. Marissa Russell starting to gain some steam here.
Yeah, and just like that, after having a quiet first half in this quarter, all of a sudden she's starting to get hot.
Corner three, off the back of the iron. Here comes Riddick in Capitol Courts. Riddick not slowing down, going right in there. It gets it to go. Beautifully done in transition that time by Hannah Riddick.
And this is a dangerous run for Southwest Academy. You're starting to get cold on the offensive end, and your defense is starting to let up.
Emily Payne to Stewart. Good shot fake. No foul that time. Looked like there was a lot of contact. Good transition defense, and back comes Southwest. Hilton, a lot of space here. Doesn't take it. Floater on the baseline, gets it to go.
That was a much-needed basket for Southwest Academy, who was starting to struggle just getting anything in the basket. For their best player to hit a shot there, that's huge for them.
Russell somehow gets it to go. Great body control in the air.
And it just seems so easy for her to just get what she wants on the court, especially with no doubles right now. All you have to do is set a screen for her, and she's gonna put in the work on the inside.
Bediako with the screen. There's a switch. Good first step. Block.
Marissa Russell, who's going to be taking a seat. You're down by 9 points. If you could try to cut this down by the time she gets back in, that could give you a good shot maybe leading into halftime.
Cockfield back out to Payne. Deep range three, no good that time. Looks like it's going to stay with Southwestern. It is.
Southwest ball. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Inbound to Payne. Inside the Payne. Soft touch on the floater that time. 23-16, coming up on a minute to play here in the opening quarter. Game 3 of the quarterfinals here at Ryerson University. We're in Kerr Hall West today. We'll be at the...
It'll be a great day because there's going to be a ton of great games that we're going to be calling. Basically, we have 4 games that we know could maybe go either way, especially with some of the controversy with a couple of teams' players missing. You never know what can happen in a single-game elimination tournament. It could be anyone's ball game.
Payne now with the ball. Cockfield going to let it fly from deep. Gets it to go in the basket that time. And Southwest starting to make a little bit of a run here after falling down by 9. Riddick with the ball. Strong drive inside. Short that time. Held ball coming here. Still got to get a shot off here. Shot clock at 14, game clock at 18. Just going to stay with CCA here.
Foul number 11, tomorrow, that's our first personal foul, team foul number 3.
Oh, what a smart play, knocking it off. The inbounder knocking it off the player's back, well aware that time. Shot, no good. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Fighting for the ball, looks like they're gonna be, and Hilton back in the game as well for this inbound. Just gotta get it off. And that's gonna be the end of the quarter. Play that time.
Yeah, that's a couple possessions in a row where Bediako kind of wanted the ball on the inside and she was able to make them pay.
Gatto. No good that time, and Riddick again on the offensive rebound gets it to go. Southwest has no answers for Riddick right now. Bediako coming for the screen. Cockfield, too strong of a pass that time. Under 5 minutes to go now in the half. Russell, corner. Gatto gets it to go from the right corner.
And that's just too easy. If these shots are starting to get made by Capital Courts, if Marissa Russell's facility.
Stewart met in the backcourt. Nice find inside. Payne gets it to go. Great facilitating that time by Alexis Stewart, able to penetrate and feed Payne. Another right corner shot. In and out that time by Gatto. Stewart comes away with it, pushing the pace. Baseline floater, gets it to go.
That's a tough shot.
Yeah, Steinbricker gets it to go. That was, like you said, that was mighty. Welcome back to OSBA Final 8 High School Championships here at Ryerson University as Gatto misses another 3 after making one a couple shots ago. Steinbricker held up by Gatto, playing great on-ball defense. Payne met by the double and an offensive foul here. Used her forearm to shove off Marissa Russell.
Offensive foul on number 15, Emily Payne. That's her first personal foul. Team foul number 4.
Treyah Paquette to take it up now for Capital Courts. Here's Russell calling for a screen. Open shot once again. Marissa Russell has really turned to a playmaker this quarter.
And you can tell just how much pressure they're putting right when that screen comes. All the bodies just flood to her, and it leads to a wide open player in the corner.
And Paquette into inbound. Stewart up top, guarded by Ba. Stewart with a crossover. Hilton, strong move. Gets it to go, but that was great help defense that time by Russell. Just even better offense by Hilton. Back on the other end. Russell trying to break down her defender. Mid-range shot. Too strong that time, and Stewart comes away with it.
And that was solid defense by Alexis Stewart, just not letting her drive past her, just make her shoot the mid-range.
Oh, quick first step. She got there about 139 times on the year, Joe. Hilton, clear lane, missed. I think she overthought that one.
And those are the shots that you want to kind of come away with this win here, you're going to have to make.
You can't afford to miss those, especially after missing 2 free throws. Russell guarded by Stewart. Diamike was calling for it. No good. Offensive rebound, Paquette. Gets the second try to go. The lead is ballooned back to 11. Hilton, cross court. Stewart, strong drive. Can't get the friendly roll that time. Southwest needs to stop. Russell picks up her dribble. Here's Gatto in the corner. Brings it back out top. Spin move by Ba.
Sessions where you miss both free throws, you give up a shot where you would make maybe 99 times out of 100, and here they give a turnover. This is just a rough patch here for Southwest Academy.
No good, Russell.
Rotating to the corners, they're actually making their threes, so that's a huge plus for CCA, and on the defensive end, they've always been championship level.
Hilton might have got away with the travel that time. Steinbrecher again, no good, and Gatto with the rebound. Newman back to Paquette. Pushing the pace, inside to Ba, and
easy looks for yourself.
1 of 2 at the line. Stewart. Open shot here for Steinbrecher again. And misses it. 2 great shots there for Steinbrecher in a row. 2 today, I should say, in the paint. Southwest just has had no answer really on the interior. And nearly stolen once again, and the ball. A little bit of a dangerous object when it gets deflected the wrong way there into the crowd. Hilton with a strange play that time. Didn't want to commit the 5-second violation, but turned it over regardless. Gatto to Paquette for 3. Short that time off the front of the iron. And Stewart comes away with it. Long pass. And Paquette with the steal. Newman. Euro step. Hilton. Screen coming now for Hilton. Open shot once again in the corner. And this time Steinbrecher gets it to go. Diakate loses the ball, but off the Southwest. 13-point game. Inside, quick one, no good. Now Southwest has an opportunity for a final shot if they get it across half court. Dangerous pass, and Riddick cuts it off. Riddick's got to let it go. Riddick for 3. Of 2020, of course, we've mentioned many times today. Committed to Louisville a couple months ago. I think Louisville's getting one of the best players in all of North America, really, and maybe all of the world right now for her age class.
Yeah, she was fantastic this year. She was fantastic last year, the MVP, not the reigning MVP anymore, as Laya Edwards is now the MVP on the women's side, but she's been fantastic her entire time here in the OSBA and her entire basketball career, really.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they make it to the finals once again. It's gonna be an interesting matchup. It was only by 1 point last year to an undefeated Crestwood team. I think, you know, with a little bit of luck and your shots going down, I think Capitol Courts has as good of a chance as anyone.
And obviously they still have to get through Southwest, who's kind of hanging in this game, but what I think is even a better sign for Capitol Courts moving forward in this tournament, if they're able to advance, is fact that they've been able to kind of keep this lead without Russell really kind of dominating on the offensive end, because you're right, Marissa Russell, she's fantastic and she can dominate and take over a game, but it's going to take maybe even more than that to beat those teams in front of them.
Russell now with the ball, going in strong, loses it, gets tied up, and they're going to call. Floater gets it to go.
Treyah Paquette.
Hilton, oh, great hesitation move, strong, blocked by Russell. Ending the third quarter. Inside pass, Bediako has easy of a shot she's gonna get, Russell calling out the half-court set here. Inside, nearly turned over, Baugh comes away with it. Paquette. Russell one-on-one with Hilton, calling for the isolation. Step back, mid-range, no good. It looked like Hilton got a piece of that. If you're Capital Courts now, you got to be thankful that you have this lead, because like we mentioned multiple times now, Russell has gone cold from the field shooting-wise. Steinbrinker, Hilton, gonna get her offensive game going again. Strong move.
Game near the end.
2 of 2 at the line that time. It's within single digits now, Joe. It's lots of time to go. 6:39 in the third quarter. Just need a few bounces to go their way. And you got to keep Marissa Russell under control here, because this lead has an opportunity to balloon out of control. Baugh with the beautiful pass, and that was way too easy in the interior.
Treyah Paquette with the assist.
Stewart. Inside, turned over once again. Russell, strong move. Can't get it to go once again.
And that was great transition defense. Just everyone got back, making sure, even off of the turnover, they're not going to get anything easy. Right, and you have to go out swinging, and Hilton is potentially your best player, and you need her on the court to get back in this game.
I don't think there's a question about who the best player on Southwest is. I believe it is Lamaya Hilton, second team all OSBA this year. Turned over, and Gatto with the steal. Slows it down smartly here. Russell with a lot of space. Crossover in the lane. Finally takes the lid off the rim, Marissa Russell.
And maybe that's what gets her going here in this third quarter.
After going 4 of 5 in the first quarter, finally getting her 5th field goal made here. Hilton, oh, finds some space. Good shot that time by Lamaya Hilton. High percentage, mid-range bucket. They're staying within it. They just can't find a way to stop Capital Courts in the paint right now.
Yeah, right now just a lot of back and forth, 8-point lead, 10-point lead, 12-point lead, kind of just staying in that range.
Everything coming easy for them. Capital Courts missing that time. You're Southwest, you want to take advantage of this. Stewart bringing it up, lots of space. Bediako, thought she shuffled her feet that time, no call. Get out of Paquette, dangerous pass. Riddick. Good patience, and clean look that time, and no mistake about it. Lydia Melashenko gets it to go from the mid-range back up to a 12-point game. Under 5 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Stewart just comes away with it. They're going to slow it down once again. Isabella Gadot putting the clamps on now. Bediako, tough pass inside.
Gamesmanship there, just kind of making sure that when one star is off the court, the other one is off as well. Kind of match that.
Welcome back to Final 8 action here. Alexis Stewart with the confident shot that time. No good from three-point land. Melashenko with the pass outside to Gadot. A wide open Riddick here, decides not to take it. Strong drive inside. That was beautifully done from the corner. right to the rim. Riddick gets it to go.
And I love that even though she had that look on the outside, she drove inside the paint. She's been successful getting to the line almost this entire game, and it was smart for her to once again.
No good. And a fight for the ball once again. Should be Capital Court's possession here. And it looks that way.
Jump ball will go with Capital Courts Academy. Substitutions coming on in. Number 13, Marisha Russell.
So we're right here on the baseline. Got the Orangeville Prep Bears walking in. Of course, they'll be in action tomorrow morning. Early start against Rise Prep. They'll kick off the men's quarterfinals tomorrow. And they had a great season this year, Joe, winning all 19 of their games, zero losses.
Not too bad. That's not too bad.
Hey. Of course, Tony McIntyre coming off Coach of the Year, well-deserved. And two players on their team on the first OSBA on all, what am I saying here? First team all OSBA. Of course, Matthew Alexander Moncrief, who just committed to Oklahoma State University as well. Big congrats to him. And of course, Coleman Stuka, both on the OSBA, all first team. Well-deserved as well. Melashenko, guarded by Steinbrinker. Russell, a lot of space here. Marissa Russell, that's the easiest look she's got all night.
Yeah, that's just way, way, way too easy at this point in the game.
Turned over once again. And this is getting out of hand now. Russell, nice pass, but they're going to call a charge. Well done that time.
This third period, and they need to figure out how to get the ball in the basket consistently, because they've been getting some good looks and they make their shots every now and then, but it's just a consistent every single time going down the basket, taking smart shots.
Bediako spinning inside with the drop step. A little bit of an out of control attempt that time.
Out of bounds, Capital Courts ball.
And I think on that possession too, you can kind of just look at the situation of that just seems more like a forced shot. You know, you're really early in the shot clock. You're not really trying to design. You're not really designing a play to get it to your best player. They need to figure something out offensively, and I think it starts with a player like Lamaya Hilton or Alexis Stewart.
Ba wants it in the post. She's got it on the high post. Step back shot. No good that time. Rebound to Paquette, and Hilton. The court guarded by Hannah Riddick. Hilton spinning off. Nice find. And the made basket that time by Kelly Cockfield. Off the assist from Lamaya Hilton. Riddick looking to respond here. Dribbled off the knee. Should be a backcourt violation.
Range, it feels like, for most of this game, and it's going to take a run, a consistent run on the offensive and defensive end for Southwest.
Stewart, wild shot. Almost gets it to go. And she does.
Substitutions coming in for Southwest, number 23.
After making those two free throws, Stewart going to take a rest. Might be her last rest of the game as we head into the fourth quarter, potentially. Well, for one of these teams, it's going to be the last game of the season for them. A lot of contact down low with Riddick and Cockfield in the paint. Sierra Ba. Nearly stolen. Riddick comes away with it. Gotta let it go. Paquette, too strong. And Sierra Ba gets it to go in, the foul.
And that's just such
a sign of a championship experienced team. They've been here before. They've done it. Of course, like we mentioned multiple times now, falling 1 point short of the championship last year to Crestwood. And you got to think, Joe, that's got to be on their minds every game
100%.
This whole year, trying to redeem themselves, and they got a great chance to do so this year. Tied up, Alexis Stewart. Cockfield blocked by Ba. Now Ba is guarding Hilton. Screen coming, step back. It wouldn't have counted anyways.
It's been successful enough. They're 16-3. They've only lost to the tippy top of the OSBA on.
Ba going to work. And Diakate again with the offensive rebound and basket.
Yeah, that's been killing Southwest near the end of this third quarter here, those offensive rebounds.
And a turnover once again, 69-54 with 36 seconds to go when you thought, just when you thought Southwest was getting some momentum here, cut it within 10.
Yeah, they had that quick 5-0 run, cut it back to 10, and then just like that, a couple baskets in a row, a couple sloppy possessions on the offensive end.
Gado and
Just trailing
Taba.
again.
That was another high percentage look, just couldn't. Hilton bringing up the ball. Gets held up. Stewart for three, no hesitation. Short of the rim, good closeout by Capitol Courts. Paquette. Diak. Ba inside the line. Too strong. Paquette. Riddick. Great patience that time. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter, able to get it off. Fourth quarter action here. Southwest needs a big comeback. And Alexis Stewart starting off that comeback the right way. But, Joe, she did that at the start of the third quarter and then disappeared for a bit there from three-point range. They need more of that here in this fourth quarter if they want a chance to come back.
Definitely feels like at the beginning of almost every quarter, Alexis Stewart is making side.
Well, they really have no choice now, Joe. This could be their last quarter of this season so far. You fought to get into the OSBA playoffs. You don't want to go down without a fight. Alexis Stewart picks up her dribble. They keep it in here. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Emily Payne, crossover. No good off glass. Diakate with a great defensive possession that time. They got to get it over half court here, and they just do. They got numbers now. Gado off the front of the iron, and Stewart, the rebound.
And I think what
Gado to Paquette, wide open shot. She makes no mistake about it. Baseline, mid-range Jimmy. Hilton.
and one.
We've seen Marissa Russell continuing to sit here. I think coach is doing a smart decision here until it's it.
A little bit more of a momentum to build some rhythm if they do have this game go out of hand. You don't want her to sit for too long, and then because they're not playing tomorrow as well. Their next game is Saturday.
Stewart inside. Cockfield with the up and under. No good that time, and once again you're seeing Capitol Courts suffocating defense coming into effect again. Diakate, extra pass to Gado. And a reminder, stick around next game. Kings Christian Collegiate will be taking on Lincoln Prep in the final game of the quarterfinals action. And our semifinals will be set after today. Payne with a shot fake and gets it to go despite three defenders in her face. 16-point game, still lots of time to go here, but you need a lot of defensive stops here. And easy buckets if you're Southwest. You can't give up a shot like this. It's Sierra Ba once again. Hilton. Three-point shot, no good. Turned over. Cockfield inside to Hilton, gets it to go. Riddick loses the ball, but championships here. Game 3 of 4 of the quarterfinal action, women's division. And it's been all Capitol Courts so far here in the second half, Joe.
Yeah, Southwest hasn't really been able to cut into that lead. They've been kind of stagnant, sticking at 10 or 12, but eventually just it's only a matter of time before Capitol Courts, if they weren't able to get a consistent run, they were able to pull away.
Alexis Stewart with an easy shot. Didn't even leave her feet that time on the jump shot. 15-point game. Riddick for three. No good. Emily Payne having trouble getting out. Hilton. Dribbling too much that time, I think, Joe. Riddick now with the ball back for CCA. Good defense that time and a turnover.
Capitol Courts has been here, and they've been to the finals. They were so close to winning the championship last year, and even though not every single player is from last year, just that built-in kind of knowing of excellence, knowing that you have to be great on those little things every single game.
Hilton, Bediako went for the screen. She didn't take it. Great control, great body control in the air that time by Lamaya Hilton, once again getting another basket. But to Riddick, another miss that time from three-point range. Off the hands.
Almost half of the quarter remaining. This is going to be really difficult. You're going to almost have to play some perfect basketball to crawl your way out of this hole.
And here we go, Marissa Russell back on the floor. I guess better late than never, Joe. Getting some minutes here to close out Southwest. And Alexis Stewart with a clear lane. And makes no mistake about it as she banks it off the glass. 13-point game. Still over 5 minutes to go here. Just about to reach the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Russell slowing it down. Guarded by Turkstra. Paquette. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Overthrown that time. And another turnover here. Capitol Courts with a chance to make an 11-point game or cut it within 10. Bediako with a quick turnaround shot. And if you're Capitol Courts here, you got to think about potentially calling a timeout soon. Russell nearly turns it over and gets it to go off glass. The reigning MVP streaking down the court, banking it off the glass. Steinbrinker. Once again, a screen coming here from Bediako. The switch. Oh, nice find inside, but 82-69, 4:06 remaining in the fourth quarter. Game 3 of the quarterfinals of the OSBA Final 8 championships. Paquette, the corner to Russell. Diakate. Russell trying to break down her defender. Crossover hop step and draws.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Russell up top. Marissa calling for the ISO. Strong move. Oh, hesitation, no good. Trying to draw the foul. Paquette gets it to go with a soft touch in the lane. Capitol Courts has just done a great job of closing out Southwest.
Over, no, but it's going to be really difficult, and it's hard to kind of envision a comeback here at this point. But like you said, Lamaya Hilton, who's going to be there till 2022, she was a second-team All-Star this season. She has a ton of promise for this team.
I'll tell you right now, I'm going to make a bold prediction right now. If Lamaya Hilton takes that next step next year, like everyone expects her to, I think she might be in the conversation for MVP as well. I wouldn't sleep on her next year being up there amongst one of the best in the OSBA.
And you can kind of see in her game already on the offensive end, just her first step off of her first move, it's just so quick. It seems like she creates so much space with so little movement. She's really a special talent.
And Russell misses. If I had to just critique one thing about Lamaya Hilton's game, I'd love to see her facilitate a little bit more.
Yeah,
we know she's a great scorer. Look at her right now, going in strong. She's got all the offensive moves, and there's a great pass to Alexis Stewart. There's no good that time, but like I said, Lamaya Hilton, still a long way to go and lots of time to progress before potentially taking that next step to post-secondary.
And if you're Capitol Courts, you have to be absolutely pleased with how great you played as a team, and just another player making a big shot in a big moment. And Marissa Russell, she's going to be the talk every single game, but this is truly a great collective unit.
Well, going forward now, the next game is going to be the biggest game of the year, obviously, for obvious reasons, but they have yet to beat Crestwood or Niagara Prep, and they're going to, either way, they're going to have to face those two in the next 2 rounds if they do go forward.
Yep,
and end up winning.
It's going to be hard to envision if anyone wins this tournament. You're going to have to go through at least one of Crestwood or Niagara Prep.
This is not a series. This is one game.
Yep.
Anything could happen. If one player catches heat, 2 players catch heat, you get a little bit of luck on your side. Anything can happen here. That's why I think Capital Courts has good of a chance as anyone in these OSBA playoffs.
Especially a two-way player like Marissa Russell,
right,
who can play just as great on the defensive end.
No good that time, and it's probably in the back of Marissa's head that, you know, she could have been the 2-time OSBA MVP this year. Of course, not trying to take away anything from Aaliyah Edwards. Had one of the best OSBA seasons ever, winning Defensive Player of the Year and winning MVP this year. It's a some pretty prestigious awards there. And a foul.
Exactly what you need, and that's exactly what Licking Prep has.
Rebound here coming up on the final minute of the quarterfinals. This will be the end of the journey of the 2020 season here for Southwest Academy. Steinbrinker short. And CCA looking like they're still playing hard here. Russell with the ball. Slowing things down here, going baseline, pulls up, draws the foul. You really cared about your teammates. You really put a lot into this season, and they came a long way this year. They had a great year, and you shouldn't hang your hats on it. Losing to a great team like this with a great player, you know, you just got to, like I said earlier in the broadcast, you just got to prepare for next year because there's a great future in the Southwest team. As they get the rebound here, and Russell with the great sportsmanship thing to do and pull it back and let the time run out a bit here. And Russell hands it off there smartly. Not going to commit the turnover here. We saw that the other night in the NBA with Julius Randle trying to do that to a fellow Canadian, RJ Barrett. And I love when players do that. And that'll do it, though, however, Joe. 89-75. Sorry, 1.5 seconds here. And now that'll do it, 89-75. Capital